What's up, friends, bows, subbies, whatever you want to call yourselves? Um, yeah, as you can tell, I'm a little under the weather. This is my second time this year being sick. I came to you guys like last week, and I told you I started to feel like I was getting sick, and throughout that whole week, nothing ever happened. I didn't cough, I didn't sneeze, but I felt it coming, which basically um, should have been a sign for me to like start to take care of it. But I decided not to take any medications, so basically this is going away on its own. Right now I'm just congested. I'm not contagious. I'm congested. Okay guys, so the reason that I felt like making this video today was because I want you guys to know that I'm basically gonna graduate. Yeah. Um I pray to God that I do, because there might be a chance that I may not be able to graduate. And I'll explain that to you in a minute. For those of you who do not know me and don't know my history, I've been going to college for the last 10 to 11 years. Yes, I don't give a damn if you want to talk shit and judge me, but yeah, I've been going to school for that long, but not on a consistent level. I've been back and forth. Um, at one point, I was just like, oh, I don't need to go to college. I just need to make money. And that's what I was doing. I've been working since I was either 12 or 13, 13 years old. And yes, that was illegal, but I was working in a legit job. Like, I was working at some place called Sam Goody. Um, at this point in my life, I feel like, yeah, I'm not ahead, but I've worked my ass off. I've worked my ass off. There's nothing that I have to show for it, but I have always been a hard worker. Okay? Let's get that straight. For those of you who do know me and you're watching this video and you want to talk your crap, just know that I'm a hard worker. Okay? I'm pretty sure you weren't working when you were freaking 12 or 13. Anyway, um, my purpose of making this video is basically to explain to you guys what I'm going through at the moment. I'm a little disappointed, but I will fight because I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. Okay, so basically, I've been going to school for the longest. I've changed my major several times. I've tried to go to school for nursing, but unfortunately, I'm not good at math or science. I have the potential to be good at it, but when you're working and you're trying to study, it's difficult. Not everybody can do both at the same time. I'm one of those people that can't. Like, if I was a full-time student and didn't have to work and someone was taking care of me, I guarantee you I would have been a nurse. I probably would have been a doctor. But unfortunately, that was not the case. I was a working girl and trying to be a nurse. No. I'm a loving person. I take care of people even if they're not my blood, like they are my blood. And I felt like nursing was the field that I needed to be in. And still to this day, I know that I can do it. That is my passion. I wanted to be a nurse, and I think that I can be. Just right now, in order to do this, I would have to I would have to have money. Because if I was financially stable, I could just go to school without worrying about, bills and whatnot. Anywho, like I was saying, I've been in school for a while, and one day I went to the financial aid office, and the guy knows me. He's known me since back in the day when I first started college, and he kind of was like, Diane, you know, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but we've given you chance after chance after chance with financial aid. and you keep switching your major. And he asked me, he's like, what is it that you like to do? And I was like, I like to make videos. And this was before I started making, like, you know, little skits and stuff. And he was like, I know that. And I'm like, how do you know? He's like, because I watch your YouTube. So he took me over to the television studio in the school, and I was shocked. I didn't know that a community college had a television production program. Boom, boom, boom. Once he told me about it, I joined. Like, I changed my major to TV production, communications, and since then, my life has changed. My life changed basically once. To tell you the truth, I changed my major when I broke up with my ex. Um, from that point on, my life has changed. For 3 years straight, I've been going to school, and it's been a really long process, but I've done what I had to do. I've taken all 4 television production courses. The first course was very basic. The second course was basically the most difficult. My teacher hated me from day one, and I know that I mentioned that to you guys before. He hated me with a passion, okay? Because I'm a clown. I've always been a class clown from when I was a little baby girl. I used to take ballet. Girls would be dancing and doing their little puree, whatever the crap, pirouettes and shit. And I'd be like, when the teacher turns around, I'd be like, look at me, look at me. And I'd be doing some crazy shit. And then when we had shows for our families to watch, I'd be the only one that was offbeat because I never paid attention. But that's just in my blood. That's what I was born to be, and that's who I am to this day. I'm a clown, and I'm okay with it. And so anyway, um, what was I even saying? Yeah, so my teacher hates me because his first encounter with me, I made a joke, and from that day on, he's hated me. So the next semester came on, and it was a very difficult semester because the way he does it, he doesn't do it like TV1, TV2, TV3, TV4. He jumped us from TV1 to TV3. And TV3 was news broadcasting, where we had to go out and find news stories that were worthy of being shot, and like it was journalism in a video type way. It was pretty difficult. But when it came down to it, I excelled. He put me last out of 19 people in class. When we had productions due, he always chose me to be the 19th person. Like, I was always last. And somebody told me he chooses who he feels is capable of doing the job from number 1 to the last number. And I was always last. And I'm kind of getting pissed off right now, but you know what? I'm gonna be alright. So I was always last. And as God is my witness, I'm not lying. I'm not trying to boast to you guys. But when it came down to me, the last one, I was the best director. I had the best stories, the best news stories, okay? While people were going on YouTube stealing stories and using them as their own, I went out and got the stories. Like, I went to a Goodwill and I got kicked out. Like, they threatened to kick me out. I didn't get kicked out because I was trying to shoot a news story, okay? I didn't never share that Goodwill story with you, but I think I'm going to do that. Period, point blank, I excelled out of all of the class. I was last, but I was first, okay? If you know what that means. I was the best, and I'm not boasting. I know that I was the best because I see what other people did, and I see what I did. I went balls deep. I freaking did. Like, I was like a news broadcaster. Like, these people didn't do anything. They were like doing news stories in the school while I was going out in the world, in New York City, Manhattan, filming. Okay? I have balls. And I'm not even a dude. Anywho, the video is getting pretty long. So anywho, dude hates me. Even though I excelled, You know, at the end of the class, even though he had me last, he ended up, I got like a standing ovation after my production was done. Everybody was clapping for me, and my professor was watching me from afar, and he ended up coming in and congratulated me. And I said, "Can I get a high five?" He was like, "No, you deserve a hug." And everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, like, oh my God, this dude hugged you? He's like a freaking rock. He's so rude. Like, he's so mean. He hugged you." Yeah, because I knew I was the best. But when we had our little Grammy ceremony, because like we do like this thing, like an award show for the people that take TV production, I didn't get any awards. And to me, that was like shocking because I'm like, I went through all this shit. I was the one that he was picking on in class, and he was telling everybody, "Oh, she doesn't know what she's doing. Why don't you teach her how to edit?" Nobody ever taught me shit. I used to sit at school from 8 in the morning to 10 p.m., and I taught myself how to use the program on my own. I didn't get no credit for that. I eventually did get an award um, last semester for my music video, and I knew that I deserved it. Even though the quality of the video wasn't that great, I deserved it because I was the most creative, and my shit was the bomb. Like, really. Sometimes you just gotta give yourself props when you know that you're doing it, and I was doing it, okay? So, now, fast forward to now. TV4. You have to make a movie and a documentary. Initially, my movie, I didn't have a script. Everybody else in class made their script last semester in our screenwriting class, and I didn't do that. I wrote a script for something else. So I wrote my script while we were in class. I shot my film on my own. I was my own videographer. Everybody else in the class has clicks. So everybody filmed with each other. Chicks had like there was one chick, she had a camera person, she had an audio person, she had somebody doing lighting, she had all that, and then she had me acting. She doesn't even like me, and one day she hits me up. She's like, "Oh, can you act in my movie?" And me being the nice person that I am, I said okay. 9 hours later, and the crankiest person ever, because when I'm hungry, I turn into like a baby. 9 hours later, I had to be doing, like, I had to film my own stuff. But because I was helping another classmate that doesn't even like me, I fell behind. Boom. Okay, cool. After I filmed that 9 hour day with her, I ended up filming my stuff. Okay, I didn't sleep. Eventually, I didn't share this with you guys, but I was working at a job for a year. I lost my job. Um, for, I don't want to tell you the reason because I'll probably tell you in another video. But it was more to do with my supervisor feeling like he didn't get what he wanted from me. But at the end of the day, I took 2 days off so that I can shoot for my movie. And I ended up getting fired via text message. Okay, boom, whatever. I put school first, and I don't regret it. God knows what he's doing, boom. So, anywho, um, as far as my film goes, I don't I don't even know what I was talking about prior to that. But um I'm just a dedicated student when it comes down to film. So I was willing to lose my job. I knew that my job would be on the line, and I took that chance for school. Okay, all right. It's gonna pay off. Although my pockets are pretty empty and dry, they're going to, yeah, I'm not even gonna say nothing. God knows. So, I'm not part of a clique. I don't have people helping me. I did everything on my own, yet I put my time on the line for others. when they don't do it for me. Why do I do that? I don't know. It's just in my nature. I'm just a good person. And some people might not believe it, but I am. I'm a wonderful person. I have my flaws like everybody else, but I have a heart that's as big as this freaking universe. So I was able to shoot everything that I had to, and I was the only student that was editing at school. We have a program called Avid. The professor wants us to edit on Avid because when you get into the industry, that's what they use. But a lot of the students don't like Avid because it's too difficult and it's just too much. So they like to edit on Final Cut Pro. They like to edit on Windows Movie Maker, like the most simplest shit, okay? Me, I follow the rules. You want me to edit on Avid? I don't have $1,500 to pay for Avid, so I'll use Avid at school. So what I did was, every time I had a day off, I would go to school and edit until my time was up, and they kicked me out of school. Like, they'd be like, the school is shutting down, and they'd be like, you gotta go. Boom. So I did what I had to do. Yet, I don't get any recognition for that. Like, people that are getting awards are editing on other things, and I'm just like, I'm doing what you want me to do, yet you don't even nominate me for awards. But I still know my stuff is better than whoever you gave the award to. Boom. So, this semester with the movie, I didn't have anybody but my family, as usual, and my friend Schneidine and her husband, Carl, and her brother, Carl. So they decided to help me with my movie. I shot the film, and I had to play a part because I didn't have anybody to play Renee, which I'm Renee in the film. Okay. I was editing at school, and their computers are slow. So therefore, my work came in pretty late. Today was the deadline for my documentary. And I just shot the documentary yesterday, last night, with my brother. I was part of my documentary was supposed to be on these two twins, Grace and Isaiah. Isaiah is gay, and Grace is gay. So therefore, their parts have been switched. The girl thinks she's a boy, the boy thinks he's a girl. Perfect story. But Isaiah ended up going to prison. So, boom, my documentary is out the freaking, it's gone. I can't do it. And then the light bulb shined. My brother's about to get married. Why didn't I do a documentary on him? But I made an assumption that my brother wouldn't want me to film him, so I didn't ask him. I asked his wife, and she said sure. I was part of my brother's wedding party. I borrowed 2 cameras from the school. I filmed my brother's wedding while I was walking in the wedding. I mean, not literally, like when I was walking down the aisle, I had a camera in my hand. But if I saw a random person standing there, I'd be like, okay, I want you to stand here, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. They didn't do everything I asked. But for the most part, I got my film. And then for the reception, I didn't eat, I didn't have a good time, I didn't dance. Why? Because I was filming. Okay. So I went through all this trouble. I did my documentary, and today my teacher said, I will not accept it from you. And I'm like, dude, I missed out on enjoying my brother's wedding. I missed out on so many things. I lost my job for this class, and you're not going to accept my movie or my documentary, dude. Like, he must really hate me, okay? And mind you, my movie was pretty good, and my documentary, the bomb. I actually watched it several times. My brother's watching it. His wife can't stop watching it. and I'm going to end this video very soon because it's about to be 20 minutes. But I'm tooting my own horn. Whatever. My documentary was better than every single person in class. And that I must say, mine was the bomb. Needless to say, the point of this video is that no matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody does to try to hold you back from what you feel that you are gifted with, like if you have a talent and you know that you have a talent, you know that you could sing, you know that you can act, you know that you can paint and draw, you know that you can poop, whatever, if you know that you're the best at what you do, don't let anybody in this world tell you different. Okay? Because I know I am the shit. And I will continue to be. Alright? God knows what He has in store for me. Success. With capital letters. I will share my movie with you probably tomorrow. I have a few things, a few glitches that need to be fixed. I wanted to add a few more scenes. Saturday I'm going to a birthday party, and I'm going to see if I can borrow the camera and shoot there. My documentary, which I love so much, I'm probably going to put on tomorrow. But I want you guys to know that don't ever let anybody keep you from your dreams. Even if it's a professor who so-called has the knowledge. If you know you're the shit, the business, you are. Keep it up. You guys, I miss you. You're everything to me. I appreciate the support. I got a lot going on. I wish I could share it with you, but it's a few things that I really am I'm kind of embarrassed to share, so I'm not going to. Maybe in the future, after the problem gets fixed, I'll probably talk about it, but I'm about to go to the store and do something bad, buy something that I shouldn't be buying, because I'm in the mood. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next vid. Probably my video, my movie. It's entitled, it's called Truth Unspoken. Peace.